back to Creative Tuesdays with Liz. I am very excited again to be here. I love this time that we just come together and create, and I always just enjoy this. I hope that creating art and different things just brings you as much joy as I feel when I'm creating. So today we're going to be creating a sunset silhouette shadow picture. It'll kind of be a collage type picture as well. So you're going to need scissors, glue, colored construction paper, black construction paper, and you can glue everything down on just a plain piece of paper or another piece of construction paper or anything like that, or maybe a cereal box if you wanted it to be kind of heavy. We are going to be using glue and construction paper, and it will seem kind of flimsy at first if you don't use thick paper. But that will be okay, because once the glue and everything dries, it kind of stiffens it up. So if it does feel flimsy, if you're using regular paper right now, it will not stay flimsy, just to let you know. So what you need to do is come up with a silhouette shape that you want to use. It could be an animal, a person, a plant, your house, anything. And it's just a simple outline drawing in black. And it's just going to be, you're going to draw that, your silhouette shape. And I started to cut mine out a little bit already, but you're just going to draw your silhouette shape, whatever you want, on black construction paper, and then cut that out. So, and if you need to pause the video at any time to kind of catch up or finish working, or if you need to use the bathroom or get some water or anything like that, you can definitely pause the video and then just come back whenever you're ready for it. But so I kind of did a person that's just kind of reaching up outside, because I'm going to do it outside, and I just love being outside, especially when the weather's so warm. So that's what I did my silhouette person, just someone just kind of reaching up on their tiptoes with their arms like they are just so happy and so excited. So you're going to have your silhouette shape, and we'll kind of put that off to the side. And then you're going to need to choose colors for your sunset. You can choose all warm colors or sun pieces like reds, orange, and yellow. Or if you wanted to do like a rainbow of colors, you can do that too. Just don't use black in your sunset colors that you use. But so I'm going to use warm colors here, and I'm going to do a yellow, orange, red, and kind of like a warm purplish color, like a magenta kind of. And what you're going to do, you are going to take your construction paper, and we're not going to cut it into strips because you don't want it to have such straight, jagged edges. You want it to kind of look more organic and flowy. So we are going to tear strips across, and they can be thin, thick. You can have them many varying different ways. So like here's a very thin one, a thicker one, some thicker pieces. So you can just start to tear you some strips. And you may or may not use them all, and you'll kind of lay out your stuff and plan it out before you glue it all down, and kind of make sure that you like it and you're good with your design before you make it permanent and glue it down. So, but I really just want you to have fun with this, just like always. Just enjoy creating, and don't get stressed out or worried about what you think it should or shouldn't look like in the end. This is your artwork, so the only thing it should look like is anything that you choose for it to. So I'm going to just get my different colors here and start tearing some more pieces. I'll have a little short piece. So just kind of tear them across, just so they don't have that blunt, straight edge. And you can make them curvy or more straight if you wanted to. And then I need some more orange. So just get you a whole bunch of different strips tore. Just keep ripping right across the paper. And you can have your picture be on a full-size piece of paper or a small one. This can be whatever size you want it to be. So if you make it and then in the end you feel like, oh, it's a little big, the background's a little big compared to my silhouette, you can just cut you a piece. Cut the part that you want. So we'll just keep on tearing. Make sure you get strips in all the colors that you want to choose. I would choose more than one color, at least maybe 3 colors, 3 different colors, or 3 different shades of the same color. Like maybe you have a light red, a dark red, and then a burgundy color or something like that. So, but I would say at least 3 different colors of paper that you're tearing your strips from. And then we'll just kind of layer them on. Alright, let's see. I've got 4 strips of the purple, 4 strips of the orange, 3 of the red, and 3 of the yellow. I'll do 1 more red and 1 more yellow. And the idea is to make your strips fill up your whole paper. You want to fill your whole piece that you're creating, whether it's an 8.5 by 11 or a 5 by 7, but you want your strips to be enough to cover the whole paper. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to cover our whole paper in these strips. So you can tear as many, however you think it'll take, however many it will for you to fill up your paper there. If you're using a smaller piece of paper, it won't take as many strips. And if you're using a larger piece, it will take more. So there's no set magic number of how many strips you should have. Alright, so we're going to start at the bottom and we're going to work our way up. And you can kind of overlap the pieces of your colored strips and use glue if you want to use liquid glue or stick glue. I like stick glue for this kind of project right here. So let's see. I'll start with a red one going across. And I really want it to cover my whole paper, so you can see that I'm kind of overhanging it off the edge there some. Overhanging that, and then my next strip will go on. And you want to overlap your colors. We're going to layer all of our colors on. So you want to try to not have any of your plain paper showing underneath. And if you do, we can go back in and fill in little spots like that. So just keep putting glue and layering your strips on. Like I said, start at the bottom and then you can work your way up to the top. Let's see. And just kind of, you can play around with it and get it laid out before you glue it down if you wanted to, just to kind of make sure you're happy with your design and how it looks. Or you could just go ahead and start gluing it straight down and on there, on your paper. So see, I'm going back and filling in these spots where the plain paper is showing through, just to not have any of that, and have it all covered up. To kind of give it that sunset kind of sky silhouette, as the clouds might be out there, and as the sun's going down, they kind of look real layered, different colors. So that's kind of the effect that we're gonna, or I'm trying to go for on mine. If you don't want to go for that effect, then you go for whatever effect you want yours to be like. Like I said, yours does not have to look exactly like mine. Doesn't have to end up like that. Alright, then I'll start back with the red again. And you don't have to do a certain pattern like red, orange, yellow, purple, red, orange, yellow, purple. You can put them in any order you want to. Any order that you want to. Kind of tear that little piece off right there. And then put some more. I'll go for orange on top of this one. And then some yellow. And too, it just depends on how much you overlap your strip pieces and on how many strips or much paper you'll need. So there we go. Another purple. Then I'll do orange. And I'm just going in and filling it all in there. I'll do a red again. This kind of has a lot of different waves, this piece did. I got a lot of little humps in there. But any way that you do this, I just really want you to enjoy it and have fun with it. And here we go. So anytime you're doing artwork and you're just gluing down a bunch of pieces, this is kind of called a collage. So that's what this is. It's more of a collage technique style that we're using. So, and then I think I want, I do have another yellow piece. Oh, I want this yellow to go next. And I'll do orange. I'll do another layer of the orange color. Then I'm going to do red and end it with a purple one. Red. and I will end with a purple. And I'm gonna tear a whole new one so it'll be wider, and I can just use that to finish it up there. Alright, and I will layer that on. This is just the best thing. I love just being able to create and just come together each week with you all, and as we just create it just makes me feel so good. So I really hope you enjoy it too. So we've got all of our sunset strips in place. Then you are going to glue down your silhouette piece. And I'm going to just get a piece of paper to lay underneath it so that I can make sure I get it all covered in glue without getting my surface area gluey and messy. It's a good idea no matter what project you're working on. If you're creating anything, that you might just want to have something down so that you can protect your work surface area. Alright, and then see, like that, I feel like this is just a little bit small and the background's so big, but you know, I kind of like the feel that gives, like, okay, that you're just such a small tiny person in this whole big world that God has created, and you just can be out in amazement of it, and just the sky, the outdoors. If you're a nature person, you love being outside. So I kind of do like the feel of this with it being so small. And then you can go back and you can trim your edges so that around the edges it doesn't look so tattered, or you could leave it tattered like that, or you could cut them off kind of straight. I think I'll cut mine some. And I really hope that you guys have enjoyed this as much as I have. I felt like this was a very fun project. Next week, we will come together and create a black glue watercolor painting. So you're going to need some thick paper, glue in a squeeze bottle, some liquid glue, black paint, thick paper, and watercolors, and a paintbrush. So I look forward to next week as we come together and create our glue watercolor drawing. I'll see you then. Thanks.